All right. Happy Monday. Thank you, Arax, for the follow a couple days. Hey, Saturn and MD. Happy Monday. Nice to see you again. Thank you, thank you. I have been getting very distracted as of late. Happy Monday, Mitos. And happy Monday, Greek dude. Yeah, what has it been, like 2 weeks? Trust me for the win. Oh man. How insane would that be? Coming back for the first time after like 2 weeks and just insta-finning. I will say, if that happens, I will be incredibly surprised. Oh, damn. Goon Juice finished 2 while I was gone? That's crazy. Well, shit. Guess I gotta step it up. Congrats to Goon Juice, though. And congrats to Kindred. I guess I just realized I haven't been live since then. I know I congratulated him in his own chat, but that's crazy. 2 hours after you dead turtled on Dirt Flick. Like, you made it across the Dirt Flick gap and then dead turtled on the platform because he flipped over. That is so unlucky. Hit the fence, yeah. No, that makes sense. That sucks, though. Getting there. Hope Hav returns. Oh, yeah. Who all is up there now? Is it just you and me? Assuming that Hav is on a hiatus. Because before it was you, me, Kindred, Goonjuice, and Hav. Yeah, just us. Crazy stuff. Actually, let me just open up the map real quick, or the leaderboard. I'm kind of curious about this. Yeah, because there's Goon Juice, Pav, me, you, and then the next person down is Scrappy. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Next closest active guys are Colty and darn Bacula, however you spell it. Happy Monday, Cartelix. I don't know if I've seen that one. Does he play on the server? I assume you know about him because of the thing you set up that shows when people improve their PBs or when people are climbing. Was on the server. Okay. I feel like I'm sure that I must have seen him at some point, but the name doesn't ring any bells for me. Plus doesn't have global live height AI root. Have to add man. Oh, okay. So the reason that all the people have their climb heights updated on your thing is because you chose to track those. Happy Monday, Mini Noam. Welcome in. Gotcha. It would be kind of cool if there was some kind of global thing. So you could just set up a one-stop shop to see anyone who's climbing Deep Dip. No cam. Add him to Ellie now grinding for the dub. Yeah, for sure. Every other map has it. Don't know why Deep Dip made that way. Never updated the match. Yeah, that's weird. Happy Monday, Tolly. But yeah, concerning the no cam thing, oh wait. Thank you so much.
E.G. Ilanif. Sorry, got it backwards.
Finally 18. Nice. Thank you for the 18 months, Syra. Happy Monday. But yeah, as I was saying, concerning the no cam, it's kind of a weird thing when, like, I stopped streaming for like a little bit, and then after like the first couple days, kind of started losing motivation, like, for streaming. Knew I wanted to do it at some point. Like, I was like, I need to get back in there. But I kept, like, getting distracted by idle games and by YouTube and stuff. as you do. And then eventually, today I was like, I'm gonna stream. But after like 2 weeks of not streaming, it's a really weird thing. Clicking the start stream button is just such a like nerve-wracking thing when you haven't streamed in a while. I don't know how to explain it, because I've clicked it so many times, but it always feels like hard to do after taking a break. Seeing me quite rarely late. Yeah, I mean, I took 2 weeks off. That's really all there is to it. I think what I really need to do is just not give myself any, like, set expectations. Every time I feel like I get burnt out, it ends up being because I say, okay, this time I'm gonna do, like, so much better. Like going for a family visit after you've ignored everyone for a year. Pretty much. It's kind of a weird feeling. It feels like after I take a break and I start a stream up again, it always feels like that first stream that I ever did. Of course, as soon as I click the button, all those nerves go away. Like, I don't feel nervous at all right now. It's such a weird feeling. Time works without you restarting. Yeah, kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of the times it disconnects even after like a weekend. Oh, God. Womp womp. Happy Monday, comrade. Got to stream in like 2 weeks as well, but you can play offline. Yeah, that's really the difference. I would feel so weird playing offline. Floral-san, happy Monday. Glad to have you back. Happy Monday and good luck with the tower. Thank you, thank you. Grind out streams again since you're so close to finishing. Ooh. Although, not sure if I should be encouraging this. Clearly... Clearly you're super close to finishing. But if you finish, who am I supposed to climb with? Everyone's finishing without me. Oh. Guess I just need to finish too. True. Gotta get Colty back in here. That being said, once I finish, I can join everybody on the Deep Dip 1 grind. How many people are currently over there doing that now? Once Colty stops throwing 11, I think he'll get to a 14 or 15 pretty fast. Yeah, I agree. Although I don't know how Colty does on like 12. Most people tend to not struggle that much with 12, it seems like. I did a lot, but for more normal players, it feels like 12 is on the easier side. And 13 doesn't seem that bad. Is like 95% consistent for you. Yeah, for me, I think it just depends on the day. I feel like my 12s are either like that, like 95% consistent, or like 5% consistent. There are some days where I just cannot get past 12. Oh, that feels bad. Toss the end sometimes, just like press forward. Don't know what's wrong with how you do it. Yeah, I think it all just depends on the angle that you approach it at, right? I assume that when you say you throw the end, you're talking about getting onto that final booster, right? But I feel like once you're on the booster, it's free. Pretty sure because you speedrun and go insta, you just have inconsistent speed sometimes and clip when you're slow. Gotcha. Yeah, for me it's always like a steering issue. Since I'm generally stopping and like starting in the exact same spot every time, it's usually not speed for me. It's all dependent on like how far to the right I end up. Still gonna keep going insta? Yeah. Wouldn't expect anything less. And I'm still gonna keep stopping. Wow, that was disgusting. I don't know why I went for it. Whack! Happy Monday, Jen. Your planets were so bad on PV, holy moly. Describe so bad. I assume that what you mean by so bad is that, like, each transition you had, like, a tire off and you had to recover. And then you ended up going from, like, a dead stop and having to do those setups. Clipped your wheel 3 times, had to circle around, like, 4 times, too. Yeah, that does sound bad. Dang. I think on my most recent PB, my planets were like incredibly close. Once you clip a wheel or have to circle, you're like 50% chance of clearing them. Yeah, I mean, it is a very weird trick. Because I agree. It does feel like once you come to a standstill on those and have to kind of, like, circle around, you're a lot less likely to actually do it. Especially on the final one. Happy Monday, Moon Moth. Wait, did Have do it? What a freaking month for Deep Dip. Happy Monday, Moonma. Oh, man. Have Fin 2. Damn. What was his final time? I'm guessing like 57? Something like that? 55. Oh, let's go. That is sick. Don't know who's grinding that hard because besides Harley. Okay. His run was like Deep Dip 1 world record pace, and second Deep Dip 2 pace. Dang. Yeah, that's a sick run. I'd expect nothing less, to be fair, but that's awesome. Oh, man. Any idea what Have's doing next? I feel like last time he was in this position, he was just playing random tower maps, waiting for Double Dip to come out. Bennett Foddy 1 Cut World. Okay, cool. Alright, and what's the world record on that one right now? I can't imagine the Bennett Foddy 1 map takes that long, right? What? No clue. I don't know why, but my brain thinks like 10 minutes or something. Thank you for the 16-month, Matthew. Happy Monday. Excited for the OOT remake that Nintendo recently announced. Happy Monday, Go-Kart Mozart. I mean, I can't personally say I'm that excited about it. I guess I'm semi-excited to see like what the changes might have been. I probably won't be playing it anytime soon, since I assume it's going to be Switch 2 exclusive, and I'm not buying one of those for a long, long time. Alright, sounds good, Greek dude. Talk to you later. Actually got scared that you missed my fin because I stopped streaming for a while. Yeah, it was about 2 months. Or not 2 months, 2 weeks. Oh god. Not 2 months. Not too much of a library for it, sadly. Plus, I'm just... I like doing PC. There's not that much appeal to playing console gaming. Really, the only thing is like console exclusive games, which are kind of rare nowadays. It's pretty rare for a game not to come out on Steam if it's not like Nintendo. GTA 6. If it ever comes out. Unless, don't tell me that came out while I was gone too. Honestly, at this point, wouldn't even surprise me. All the shit that was going down while I was gone. Come out in November, console only. Alright. That's kind of crazy. Alright, here's my question, though. Elder Scrolls 6, when? As much as I'm sure everybody is excited for the next re-release remaster of Skyrim. Please. Please just give us something new. We're as many years away from Elder Scrolls 6 announcement as the announcement was from Skyrim. Did it take 15 years between Oblivion and Skyrim coming out? I'm not sure I understand what your statement was meant. Alright, almost slid out there. That was kind of crazy. Gross, but we fucking take it. Let's go. No. That's bad. Back to 10? Back to 10. Okay. $34 to 11. Gabby. I mean, I did mess around a bit. I think it was 33 to 11, probably. Or 32. But yeah, not too bad. Still first run of the day, by the way. Honestly, that's the bigger thing for me. First run of the day after like 2 weeks away. Wasn't exactly expecting this to go to 11. Super happy with it though. literally nowhere? Oh, okay. Weird save. Happy Monday, Kiv. Honestly, kind of a sick save, though. Freaking Ice 360. Okay. Good save. I should have stopped here. Went direct there. Which is not what I normally do. Oh. Yeah, last thing I want to do is be overconfident. Hey, Annalada. Happy Monday. Good to be back. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Whack. Hey, Cthulhu. Happy Monday. Got here just in time for the first run of the day. Did you miss any streams? I assume you were here for the last stream that I did before this. since you tend to be here for the streams. But it's been like 2 weeks, so I can't really say for sure. Yeah, I think my last stream was like exactly 2 weeks ago. Did I catch Have's run? When was it? But also no. I haven't really been online, kinda, for the last, like, 2 weeks. He finished it in 55 minutes. Yeah, I heard that. Heard that today. But when? About 3 days ago. That's sick. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So much stuff happened in the last 2 weeks. Obviously, Kindred finished on Monday, like 2 weeks ago when I last streamed. And then I heard Goon Juice finished as well while I was offline. And now Have finished a couple days ago. Been a wild month for Deep Dip. Time for me to join the ranks. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'm hoping to stream more this week. Well, you know what? Give myself a little pat on the back. Showing up today to stream is already streaming more than I was in the last 2 weeks. Don't need any aspirations here. I'm ahead of the curve for my own expectations. Gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Hey, Colty. Happy Monday. Good enough? Good enough. Just realized you can do an hour of DVD logo using your entire life supply of berries. That is one way you could use it for sure. During his 400th of 400th or 401st Deep Dip 1 clear. I assume that's what you mean, or do you mean like that out of the last 401 attempts that he had done it, that he cleared 400 of them? Because that is crazy consistency. He counted how often he passed it. Okay. That is a lot of Deep Dip 1 clears. Super crazy. Have I cleared it? God, no. Happy Monday, Sea Lion. No, to clear Deep Dip 1 would mean to play a map that isn't Deep Dip 2. Which is something that I just will not do until I'm done with this map. Also crazy how it only took him 400 attempts to finish Deep Dip 2 at the pace he was going. Yeah. Yeah, no, he is insanely consistent at Deep Dip 2. I think around 30 clears. Or he went for double dip. Oh, okay. Must have played Trackmania before Deep Dip 2. Nope. This is the only track that I've ever played. I picked this up like a month after Deep Dip 2 was released. Like 2 years ago now. And I've just been playing Deep Dip 2 since. Thank you. We are so close to finishing too. It's actually insane. Just knowing that, like, I'm one floor away. Really excited to play other maps. What I will say. And I'm gonna uninstall or what? No, Dan. Happy Monday. That would be incredibly funny to just uninstall as soon as I finish Deep Dip 2. But this is meant to be my tutorial to the game. Hell of a tutorial. Yeah. No, that's kind of the inspiration for me playing this, though. Wait till I get to alt cars. Oh, yeah. I always saw people playing Trackmania and, like, controlling the stadium car the way they do. And thought, damn, that game looks like a lot of fun, but I'm not really interested in time trial. So, of course, the next logical step that follows from that is, let's beat Deep Dip 2 as our first ever map. What am I looking forward to playing the most? I'm looking forward to, I would say, a few things. I'll give you 4 of them, though. Cup of the Day is going to be fun, just to see, like, how I do. How much Deep Dip 2 has really, like, trained me for playing maps that I'm definitely not prepared for. Wow, that's something. I'm also excited for, like, Wampus. Are you fucking joking me? God damn it. Literally the opposite of fast learning. Yeah, absolutely. Any Deep Dip 2 part maps or Deep Dip 2 with checkpoints? Yeah, I've played Deep Dip 2 with checkpoints. But generally my rule is I want the start line and the finish line to be in the same spot. And I don't go through the finish line if it's not this version of the map. Of course, the next logical step is Wampus. I was actually going to say that as one of the other maps that I was talking about. Wampus is another map series that I'm looking forward to. Very fun. I mean, obviously the next map that I am playing is Deep Dip 1. But it's not necessarily the map that I'm looking forward to the most. Bonk Cup is going to be a fun one. Those maps look chaotic. Same with Khaki. Khaki seems like it'll be fun. And then the one that people never talk about anymore, because it kind of failed, but that I'm looking forward to is the platform game mode. That came out after I started playing and looked like basically exactly what I had been doing. Especially like the last set of platform maps that were made for the campaign. Those ones look pretty brutal in a relatively fun way. Khaki makes sense for someone who sees Deep Dip 2 as a tutorial. Kinda. It's a little bit of a weird thing though, because Khaki is a very, very, very different type of, like, frustration, I guess. Since this map entirely skill-based, there's, like, almost no luck associated with Deep Dip 2. And a lot of the times it feels like Khaki is a reset simulator. Not really how I view Deep Dip. Like, sure, you have to reset, and you can just fall off the tower and start from scratch, but, like, I've been streaming for an hour now, and I'm only on the second run. This is my first time respawning. A lot of variance in what I'm playing, so it's not exactly, like, mind-numbing. Well, I guess over the course of, like, 2,000 hours playing it, it can get pretty mind-numbing, but not because, like, at any given point I'm driving the same thing that I've driven a million times. There's also, I guess, one other thing that I'm kind of looking forward to. There's a lot of non-Deep Dip tower maps. Deep Dip being, like, maps made by the same mapping team. Stuff like Deep Slip and Deep Slid and Deep Flip. Chrono Tower. Especially Chrono Tower 2, which I've heard is a big step up from the original. A lot of tower maps to play. But actually, I think to sum up what I'm looking forward to the most after I'm done with my Deep Dip journey, maps with checkpoints sound incredibly refreshing to me. Like, I'm looking forward to trial maps, especially. Maps that are still incredibly difficult, but, like, once you pass the really difficult thing, you don't have to do it again. Sounds really nice to me. Oh yeah, does anyone know if there are any, like, confirmed changes that we know of with the Ocarina of Time remake? I've had a couple people talk to me about this, but from what I've seen, all that I know for sure is that it's like a huge graphical overhaul. Song is this? Kakariko Village. Like it? Me too. Very peaceful song. No, the Ocarina of Time music is all very good. Especially these more calm songs. Oh man. Speaking of Ocarina of Time remake, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm imagining like giant orchestral arrangements of all of these songs. Because we were working with relatively limited hardware on the Nintendo 64. I think that's probably the thing that excites me the most. Not that we haven't gotten those already. I think they did that when Skyward Sword came out for like the 25th anniversary. Exciting. Gross. Okay then. That was a funky bounce. If I convince you, you'll play OOT. I don't know how well it translates right now. That's another thing that I'm hoping the remake will fix. Unless you played it already. If you're saying you'll replay Ocarina of Time, always a good time. But the revolutionary at the time Z targeting system, I don't think probably translates for new players very well. You have played it, okay. Yes. You have a Triforce tattoo. Nice. Is it on the back of your hand? That does seem like the kind of tattoo I would get. Forearm. Okay, cool. No, that seemed more practical, to be fair. Be able to cover it up with long sleeves if you need. Your best friend got it on the back of his hand. Oh, no. Okay, let me save these. No, that's a sick tattoo, though. It's been a while since I've played Ocarina of Time. I think the last time that I did it was probably around 2015, 2016? And I remember at the time that the run that I did was attempting to do like an old speedrun route. I did a route where I like escaped the woods early through Lost Woods using like a fairy skip. Got a bottle and then used that to wrong warp to the end. Seems like it's time. Could be right. Scottman, happy Monday. For the remake, I think it would be cool if they kept the base game the same because we did a completely revamped Master Quest for new What are your thoughts on implementing a jump button? Would that be too much of a change? Like, obviously the original didn't have a jump button. But what if we had a Ocarina of Time remake in a not the same, but like a similar style to how we have like the current 3 Zeldas, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because I think that's probably what we're gonna end up getting. Something that leans more towards that when it comes to like combat. As long as I don't do weapon durability, I think I'm good. Changes the game quite a bit, but not too much. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of changes anyway. Because when it comes to like old design of Ocarina of Time, it is a very legendary game. But it's hard to argue that a lot of the map design isn't like unnaturally geometric. I think that would be my main sticking point. You could make a place like Dodongo Cavern feel incredibly, like, a lot more natural. No, I feel like there's a lot of potential for changing up the game, though. Still keep the same formula, unlocking items and getting keys and stuff and going through the dungeon. But, like, what if, for instance, inside Jabu Jabu's belly, the map was made in like a 3D like orientation that would actually like correspond with the anatomy of a whale? There's a lot of potential here. Need to be careful to do it right. That's true. Now, the thing that I'm most excited about with this is, the Zelda designers for a while now have been talking about how the old Zelda design is, like, stale, and that nobody wants, like, old Zelda. By which I think they're probably meaning, like, the dungeon, the temple design kind of thing. And the thing that I'm excited about is that because it's Ocarina of Time and it's such a popular, like, acclaimed game, I don't think there's any world that this Ocarina of Time remake doesn't sell well. And a game selling well is the way that... Oh my god. It's twice in a row. That's terrible. But yeah, a game selling well is the way that, like, developers justify making more stuff like it. So they make a classic Zelda game with classic Zelda like dungeon design, and it sells well. It might force them to rethink their position on like older style Zelda. And we might get more classic Zelda. Alternatively, what we could end up getting is them learning the wrong lesson of, oh, it's not classic Zelda that they like, it's Zelda remakes. And then we'll just get every Zelda game that's ever come out in the past getting remade incessantly. I could definitely see that lesson being learned instead. Happy Monday, Shu. Isn't the dungeon design of Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom one of the biggest complaints amongst old fans too? Yeah. No, it I definitely feel like that's one of the biggest complaints that I hear about the new Zelda game. Probably the biggest thing for me is just how all of the shrines and stuff kind of feel samey. Close to finally finishing it. Been a while since I checked in. Yeah, we are really close now. One floor away. But yeah, when it comes to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's hard when you have such a like elaborate skill set to make anything that has like meaningful solutions to puzzles. Since almost anything in those games can be solved with like, I think it wasn't as bad with, well, no, it was pretty bad. Stasis was allowed you to like launch yourself into the air and skip basically anything. And then the rewind thing allowed you to just take any platform, lift it up into the sky, drop it, rewind it, step on it, and like use it as an elevator. Totally agree about the shrines. Mini puzzles are good and all, but having exclusively mini puzzles gets old. Yeah. I think for me, the thing that I miss about the old dungeons was the macro design. Like, as much as people complain about the water temple, it was really well designed. I loved that you had to actually think of like how the entire dungeon was set up and like determine what water level you wanted it to be at any time. Stuff that happened in one room would actually like have an effect on stuff that happened in a different room. Same with like the forest temple. They had those like twisting hallways that changed the physics of the rooms that you had previously explored. Love that as well. Stone Tower Temple in MMO was so good for that reason. Yes, absolutely. I just feel like a lot of those old, like, really loved temples were specifically because you would do something and it would affect other stuff that was going on in the world. Like, as much as people... I think a lot of people don't like Skyward Sword that much anymore. As much as that is true, one of the coolest things in the series, I feel like, is that there was like a pirate ship or whatever that had like stones that would let you view back in time. That was an incredibly cool concept that felt like it only really worked because it was carried throughout a dungeon. Honestly, I think one of the biggest things... Obra Dinn. Yeah. My favorite Zelda dungeon. Obra Dinn. Now that I think about it, though, that Zelda dungeon is very much like that game. Or, more accurately, Obra Dinn is very much like that Zelda dungeon. I wonder if there's inspiration from that. Surely. But yeah, I think the thing that's missing from modern Zelda dungeons is concrete answers to puzzles. They really like their being able to use creativity to make your own answer, but having like intelligent design so that like it feels like there's a communication between the creator and the player when there is a design and you're supposed to like come to the same realization and like come to an understanding of what they wanted you to do. And the old dungeon design let you have like an easy version of a puzzle that kind of gradually evolves as you explore that temple. And I think that's something that we could have very cool implementations of now. Because I feel like we're a lot better at 3D game design than we were like 20 years ago. Either way, very excited for OT. Honestly, I'm kind of talking myself into excitement for the new remake. I was kind of skeptical at first, which is kind of my nature a lot of the time. But I do see a lot of potential for this. I just don't want to hype it up too much. It would be a shame to be disappointed because I expected too much of them. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think their change in design definitely has a lot to do with the critical reception of Skyward Sword. Which is a really weird thing to me. Because the one complaint that I feel like I have with Skyward Sword is the level of backtracking. If I remember right, there was like those woods or something that you had to explore 3 separate times at least. Definitely feels like they took the wrong lesson from that. Instead of going to reuse the same map like 4 or 5 times or whatever. They're like, oh, they don't want traditional Zelda. Remember, your issue was the motion controls got tiring. I guess that's true. Still pretty young when it came out and didn't give it another shot yet, which you should. Bruno, happy Monday. Yeah, I don't remember finding it tiring. I think for me, the cool thing was that if I remember right, when I got the game, it came with like a special adapter for the Wiimote that increased the sensitivity of the, or no, that was Wii Sports. I had a like golden Wiimote specifically for that game that had the like better sensitivity thing built into it. So I think the cool thing for me with that game was how responsive it was to the motion controls. It was the first game that I felt like when I pointed my controller somewhere, the sword actually pointed where I was pointing it, like with accuracy. I do think that probably would come across as gimmicky nowadays, though. Still going. Still going, Andre. Happy Monday. That thing made a big difference, if you remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, I only played through the game once, and I played through it with that, so I can't really speak to how it would be if I didn't have it. But I can imagine it being very frustrating. Ugh. Bad slide. Yeah, it's kind of hard to look back on that game critically, though. Because, like, the Wii, in and of itself, was kind of a gimmicky system. So judging it based off of, like, its own merits, apart from its gimmicks, I don't know if being able to swing Link's sword is actually like a net positive for I think one thing that I wish they would have done was I don't think they had a left-handed mode, did they? That would have been a cool addition. Don't remember. The one thing that I do remember is that for Twilight Princess, it came out for GameCube and Wii. And the Wii release had, like, everything mirrored. Because the Wii version of Link was right-handed, whereas I think up to that point, Link was always left-handed. So, like, the entire map, I think, was mirrored, which is such a funny way of making that correction. Oh, God. Proud about that being the reason. Yeah, yeah. It was such a weird decision. I wonder what it would have been like. I think that would have been kind of a cool, like, learning thing. Imagine if you were playing Twilight Princess and you had to use the nunchuck as your sword hand. And people had to, like, use their left hand as the dominant thing. I think probably people would have complained, but I think there would have been another crowd that would have been, like, kind of hyped for the, like, authenticity of it. Since you are hopping into the shoes of Link, an established character who's already left-handed. I don't think it would have been a bad thing. Wouldn't have minded that, but can definitely see people complaining. Yeah. It's kind of hard deciding what to design and what not to design, though. Because I think no matter what you do, people are going to complain. I think probably the best answer for that in particular would just be making a version of Link that has a mirrored hitbox. Just allow people to choose whether or not you're left or right-handed. Don't want to only appease the rightless either. The righties either. Yeah, I mean, I just think it would be cool to be able to do both. It would be especially interesting if, when switching, it just determined, like, which hand is your Wiimote in. Like, where is the Wiimote in relation to the nunchuck? And then it just automatically put the sword there. And, like, had your stance in the correct way or whatever. Hell, you could even add, like, a flourishy, like, weapon and shield swap. No, I think the other thing that concerns me the most with the Ocarina of Time remake, though, is that I'm not sure if we're past the Uncanny Valley yet. Because it definitely seems like they're going for more like realism. But I don't know if they're even capable of fulfilling it. It seems like there's a chance that the design could be kind of eerie if it's done wrong. I mean, we've definitely had some, like, photorealistic characters in games. But I also don't know how that would really work. I've heard people say that Ocarina of Time was originally supposed to be that. That was their original design, like, that they wanted. Like, realistic Link. In my past experience, though, it always feels like realistic doesn't age as well. Oh yeah, isn't there supposed to be like a Ocarina of Time movie coming out as well? I feel like I heard something about that. I think it would be absolutely hilarious if the actor playing Link communicated entirely in grunts and screams. I think that's probably too much to ask for, but yeah, it just feels so weird having Link have a voice. Ransinator, happy Monday. Haven't followed along too closely, but just wanted to say I have crazy respect for me. It's hard stuff. Yeah, it is indeed. Very happy that it's nearly done. One more floor to go. Never know. Scary how easily this could go wrong. Oh yeah. I definitely don't want it to go wrong. Always wish for success with Zelda in particular, since it's always been one of my favorite series. But like, I can never say that I would be surprised if something went. I remember it at one point, Pokemon was one of my favorite series. And I don't think I can really say that for a long time now. Well, maybe not that long. Honestly, Sun and Moon was really... I enjoyed that game. I think for me, that series kind of died with the handhelds going away. Have the newer games mostly been whiffs? Didn't play a lot of Pokemon. I think the main consensus is that the production quality doesn't feel up to par with a console game, but the general gameplay, because it's still just Pokemon, is as solid as ever. Like, obviously the designs of the Pokemon themselves aren't going to be really that affected. Some of my favorite designed Pokemon are from the later generations. I love Pokemon like Tandemouse and Mousehold, and one of my favorite ones that came out recently was Tadbulb. But yeah, I think the main thing is just they're not well optimized for a console game. Like, the fact that the two Pokemon games that came out on Switch have trouble running when you don't run them on a Switch 2 feels like a major oversight. Beautiful hole. No, I think one of the main things actually is just, it is actually like 3D animation. One thing that a lot of people talk about when it comes to like the merit of new Pokemon games compared to old Pokemon games is just expressiveness. When all you have to do is design a two-dimensional sprite and maybe give it like an animation or two, it's a lot easier to make it expressive, since it doesn't have to be like expressive from every angle. Makes sense. They were the ultimate handheld games. Have fond memories playing whatever Game Boy. Yeah, the Gen 1 and Gen 2 games. Yeah, for me, I stopped playing after Gen 3. At least until Gen 6 came out and I had a job with disposable income where I could afford to get a 3DS. Then I caught up on all the games. I do kind of wish we would get a 2D Pokemon. I doubt that we're ever going to. It seems like a thing that Game Freak probably would do. But I don't know. Like, God, what is that game? Octopath Traveler. Whack. I feel like Octopath Traveler is what I wish modern Pokemon would be. It has a very good, like, 3D feeling, two-dimensional design. It feels both modern and retro, like, at the same time. I think an Octopath Traveler style new Pokemon game would be incredibly cool. Oh, here's the other thing about that. The other thing that I think would make that, like, absolutely insane. If you did do a 2D game, the most hype thing with that, like, switch back to 2D, would be if they announced the re-releasing of the national decks. I happen to be incredibly lucky because my favorite Pokemon is Crobat. And I feel like Zubat always somehow manages to sneak its way into the new Pokemon games. There's always some kind of cave that needs bad Pokemon. Oh god. Seems like it would be risky going all in on the legacy design. Certain games that could perform. Octopath Traveler's perform. Yeah. I think... Well, here's the thing, right? They don't have to be mainline games. Because they have the Legends games. Andre! Over from YouTube to Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, we have the Legends Arceus and Legends ZA games. They've shown that they're willing to make essentially non-mainline Pokemon games. It would be really cool it would be really cool for me if they decided to do the same kind of thing, but for like a more retro style game. Just downloaded Twitch because of this. Very nice. I do try to respond to YouTube comments as much as I can. But I always say that if you want to have an active conversation with me, the best way to do it is on Twitch. I can't really display it right now because, like, I don't have the camera up. But my OBS is on my left monitor. And my Trackmania is on the right monitor. So whenever I'm trying to look at chat, Twitch chat is right next to the left edge of my Trackmania monitor. So I can quickly glance over to there. YouTube chat is directly to the left of the Twitch chat. Whack. So I have to look a little bit further over for chat. Not the end of the world. but it does make it a little bit harder for me to respond. But yeah, I do remember when they stopped doing the national decks, people were really upset, since it meant their favorite Pokemon from the past might not be in the latest Pokemon game. If they made a more retro-style Pokemon game, it would allow for easier implementation of all of the Pokemon. Good save. Hurdling on sausage block is not fun. Loop. Oh yeah, another thing when it comes to 2D versus 3D Pokemon design. For whatever reason, when it comes to 2D design, it feels like they allow themselves more leeway towards like making a Pokemon vibrant. A lot of the times when a Pokemon moves from 2D to 3D, their color palette becomes kind of washed. I don't really know why. I think it probably has to do with shading and like generating shadows. Lee. And that was scuffed. Gross. Okay. Ooh, 07. Keep tossing 11. Man, that sucks. 11 is a hard gap to get across, though. Very weird difficulty spike. Consistent in practice. I feel like that's the story of this map for me. I always feel consistent in practice. Whack. You'll get it. Only a matter of time. It feels like you're getting up to 11 pretty consistent, though. I see you up there a lot nowadays. Usually an 11 a day. That is super good. Yeah, 12 is coming like any day now. How far into 11 have you gotten? Wait, have you gotten to 12? I feel like you have. I don't know where your peak is sitting now. Twice. Okay. So it's really just a matter of getting more consistent at all. PB is the easy loop jump. Oh, the booster one? Yeah, I hate that jump. I think it's my worst jump on 12. Nice. Nice. Blub. Good enough. Holy. Man, that jump was a little sloppy. Good break. Holy. All right, I will hydrate in a second. Want to get to a spot that I like stopping at on 9. Or honestly, maybe floor 10. I wouldn't mind stopping at the start of floor 10. Because the spot that I was thinking of to stop at floor 9 was like this quarter pipe jump. But I also kind of don't like stopping here. Tried to get the hydrate at the start of 9. You did. It was well timed, but I also don't like stopping at the start of 9. Because the start of 9 is the worst jump of 9. And I would like to keep my momentum going in. Alright. Clearly gonna blame Colty on that. Oh, rip. Unlucky. Well, 8 equals 10. Be right back. All right, and we're back. Cheers. All right. I feel like I've been playing pretty consistently today. Third 10 of the day, I think. Of course, one of the 10s was falling down from 11. Wait, no, this is the 4th one. This is definitely the 4th. I just realized, like, I had an ice 360 fail at some point. But then I also had a fail I had a fail that dead turtled on the dirt. I think going for the second pipe. And I had a success, so at least fourth. Nice. Solid. Gross. Oh, shit. Oh, Ice 360. Nice. Should be good here. Sick. Good snake. Hey, Dak. Happy Monday. Weird camera. Confident to say hello? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope the last couple weeks has treated you well. Ice cream man's back in town. About that time of year, isn't it? Speaking of ice cream, I went to Salt and Straw for I think the first time. And I think I had probably the weirdest named ice cream flavor that I've ever had. I think it was strawberry pretzel salad is what it was called. Don't ask me what makes it a salad. I have no idea. Honestly, it kind of just tasted like strawberry shortcake. Or not strawberry shortcake, strawberry cheesecake. It was pretty good, though. You can have fruit salad. True. I guess that's true. How many fruits do you need in a fruit salad for it to be a fruit salad, though? Because I think the only fruit in this one was strawberry. Like, if you just dice up a bunch of apples in a bowl, does that count as a fruit salad? At least 2 or 3? Has to be plural. It feels like 3 minimum to me. Because if I had a bowl of diced apples and grapes, I don't think that I would call that a fruit salad. But maybe if I added some oranges in there as well or something. Does it need to have like a cream kind of base? Holy. The Wiggles? Yeah, that's what I think of. Yummy, yummy. Okay then. Well, good save. Good save. And frick that jump. Ew, crap. Hill. Oh. My God. Quack saved the day. Boo. Man, that was a little scary though. I used to have been on the tower with someone else, floor 10 with Hav, where you immediately toss the first pipe thing. I hate failing that first pipe. Probably my least favorite thing to fail on the map. No, that's probably not true. It's very visceral. But probably not my least favorite. Smacking the edge of the platform is always fire, yeah. It's a very... oof. Fail. Worst obstacle on the map, oh, loop, yeah. The patience of a fish. I feel like there are some pretty patient fish out there. Gotta be a little more specific than that. You feel physical pain when you fail loop. I think I failed. I feel physical pain when I fail stuff that's easy immediately after a really hard thing. Like when I fail the second half of floor 11. Or the second half of 7. Or the entirety of floor 12. Those are the most painful moments for me. Because it's just like, yeah, I made it past the thing that I know that I'm gonna struggle with, only to get destroyed by the thing immediately afterward. Driving straight off zigzag after making it. Now that's another one of those things. Pure pain. Hope you enjoy going back to the loop. Making it to the end of 7, only to fail the jump out onto the banana. You go a little bit too fast and can't stop yourself, landing back down in the loop pool. That's a fun one. Eight equals 10. I think you've only done that once. It doesn't happen too often, for sure. I've had it happen definitely more than once, but it's a rarity now, thankfully. Anything puts you back under loop makes you sad. Yeah. Without loop on map, map is press forward. So true. Beautiful 360. Let's go. I think that might have been the best one today. No, that was pretty clean. Toss 360 back to back yesterday. Luckily, I think I've only failed it once today. That is a really tilting jump to fail repeatedly. Especially with how bad the recovery is. Well, shit. Well, good recovery. I hope that maintains, or that remains true for you, Colty. It is not a fun jump to fail. You've also never failed a 3. Very nice. Never been past floor 1, but never failed a 360. True. I mean, that's the attitude you gotta have, right? Only way to fail is to try. Flip your wheel on the spin both times. Oh wait, I did fail the 360 twice today, didn't I? Yeah, one of the times fell like all the way down. One of the times fell down to the snake. Kinda forgot. God damn it. Anyway. Fell through the hole to 9, second time dead turtled. I wish. Well, now I've failed 63 times today. Ooh, good. Back. Your 15 dead turtles saved to 14 under the booster wall. Which then dead turtled again on the platform before the dragon. Like, you did the wall bounce and dead turtled after the hole? Gross. Hey, Tadigan. Happy Monday. floor to go. Whack. Smack the platform edge on that border light that sticks out. Insta dead turtle. Smack the platform. That little border light that sticks out. You're talking about this one, right? Because there's no border light on that. Or no. Back to the platform on the little border that sticks out on the left. Oh, this. You hit this, and then that dead turtle you. That sucks. Oh, I was gonna say if the front of your car hits that, you usually recover that. I think that usually goes into like an actual turtle, dead turtle. That's unlucky. That's gonna be close. Nice. You take those. Jump out of your car and flip it over. True. Funny thing is, went to sleep dead turtled on 15. Got up, waited an hour before he could drive, so... Are you joking me? God damn it. No! I think that's the first time I've had that happen. I mean, that wasn't exactly what we were talking about earlier. Because that was, I didn't overshoot it. I drove like off the side of it. slightly different. Oh well, we go back. Hav doesn't play for like 2 months and then he's just up there. Yeah, Hav is too good. If I can just get a little bit of that skill, I would be very much appreciate it. Oh, God. Back to 8. Oh. It was only momentarily, right? Ooh, I hate that save. Good luck, good luck. I think I've only done that save once in all of the time that I have attempted to do it. Not the worst, but really, yeah. I think I just don't know the best way to do it. That's probably the main problem. Happy to see me back at it. Thank you, Arthritis Hands. Happy Monday. I almost steered I did steer the wrong direction for a second there. Nice. No? Lab? Ooh. 7. Although, maybe a controlled recovery? Did I see Have's doubled it? I haven't seen it. No. I'm gonna have to look it up tonight, though. 55 minutes. Don't know what Have would have even fallen to. You can fall to the loop there. Oh, that's where he fell to. Okay. Yeah, you can fall to this platform there, though. If you jump off to the right, you can jump down to there, which is a little rough, but better than nothing. He was turtled. Hard to say exactly what happened between last time we spec'd and the next time that we spec'd. Potentially not the worst thing, though. Drop to 10 easy from there if you know where to drop. Oh, yeah, because can't you drop down to, like, right before that first pipe section? Like, press forward kind of drop. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably figure that save out. Seems a lot more safe than the nonsense I usually go for. Line up on the right of the platform line, and then drop slow. Okay. No, that's pretty good for the roof slide recovery. Loop Noob. Happy Monday. Thank you. I think that's usually where I fall from when I end up on that platform. It's usually when I end up on that second half of the roof slide, but on my tires. Out of roof slide, you just exit left of the light spot. You exit left of the light spot, like pointed right? I feel like I'm usually right of light spot when I do it. Okay. I might need to try that later, if I remember. Equals 10. Land best on that angle plus good. Yeah. Good visuals is the main thing since it's kind of a blind jump when you're having something to aim for. Definitely is good. Again. Alright, I think I'm about 50-50 for the 360 today. Really didn't want to fin the run that saved down to 14. 2 hours and had Yep Tree. What is Yep Tree? Like, disconnect? Aren't connected to the Ubisoft server? Oh, I think I've only had that happen like one time. That is so uncommon. Or like 1 week. Yeah, that would be awful. Oh, is that what happened? Okay. So it disconnected you from the server, but still kept your run going? I don't know if I've ever had that happen. Yeah, you... Oh, you weren't in the room. Okay. Honestly, my brain didn't even compute that was an option. I was just thinking, nah, he must have been in the room. Because Greek dude would say playing off the server is cringe. Oh, fuck. Well. New Days PB. No one's in the room at 2 a.m., so you took the FPS booth there. Happy Monday, Fruit Snoops. Man. The 11 tosses are kinda annoying. Two 11s in a day, though. Lots of 10s today as well. Honestly, no matter what happens the rest of the day, really good day back. Thank you, Anonymous. Happy Monday. Boink. Did I catch the Have double dip? Not yet. Today was the first time I heard about it. 55 minutes is such a good time. Absolutely insane. I will definitely be trying to look into that tonight. Don't remember your last 11 fail, to be honest. Been going well for some. Yeah, I feel like for me, it's either... It's the same thing with that I was talking about earlier with 12. I either have like 95% success rate or 5% success rate. Oh, they had crazy pace. Glad it wasn't one of those runs. But still, sub 1. So no major falls then, is what I'm hearing. That is so nice. Gross. Ah, freaking fish. Nah, that was on me. 100%. Very weird angle I jumped out. Wait, no, I mean, yes. Yes, Lens fault. Of course. Never take responsibility. Always Mapper's fault, yeah. Freaking techie, man. Techie's the reason you still haven't finished. Could have finished at least 10 times now based on your graph. I believe it. Seven, 15, 15. You really haven't failed like anything between 7 and 15? Oh man. I mean, I know that's not true because we were just talking about 11 fails, but or 10 fail? I think it was a 10 fail we're talking about. No, that was the last time you were on a floor with somebody. God, I wish that I was at 7 equals 15 or 8 equals 15 range. Mainly 7 runs or... That is actually really funny. Funny and infuriating. Would not want to be on that. That pattern of just kind of climbing up to 7 repeatedly until you eventually make one past it. I think my least favorite thing about 7 is just that it doesn't feel like the kind of thing that you can practice a lot. Because I feel like I've run the loop so much. And it doesn't really feel like it helps all that much. Oh, bad break. But yeah, I think before the ad, I was just saying, like, 7 feels so frustrating because it doesn't feel like you can really practice the loop. It feels like there's a lot of diminishing returns there. Pony. 07 Hav. Very hard of the cards obstacle for you. Yeah. For me, it always feels like it's very dependent on the last input I do. Don't believe in the heart of the cards. Don't believe in your deck hard enough. Yeah. Oh, Grandpa's deck has no pathetic loop, Screektude. Oh. Can you just back up off the edge? Not like all the way off, but like... Okay. Kind of works. You'd like to finish Deep Dip 2 before your stick trip. It's bad enough. I don't think I've... No. The only time that I've ever had stick drift, I think, was on, like, Xbox controllers. Or maybe Nintendo controllers. I don't think I've ever experienced it with a Sony controller. No, that would be a terrible way to fail a run, though. What about my Nacon? What's a Nacon? A Riolu reference? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Hobbs Nacon must be drifting. Why else would he fall? I know Hob would never choose to fall. That's a bonk. Go again. And good luck, dude. Boost. There we go. And a beautiful hole. We take those. Seven, Colty. There we go. Good luck climbing. Thank you, thank you. Good job with the 11 again today. Next time. Oh, God. Hopefully he's tough tossing. Eventually. Open the same for me too. My 11's roughly. Oh. Hard stuck 0 right now. Ooh. It's alright. The practice is just backloading itself. As soon as you get past 0, you will fly straight up to 16. Oh god. Can this go to 6 again, or am I too far down? Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, it's saved. God damn it. Or it could have been saved. I really should have looked before driving over that ice hill. Whatever. The save I went for was more fun to go for anyway. We'll be back there in a second. Man. Uncommon for me to fail that wall ride. Alright, speedrun time. Gross. Okay. Ah, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna practice 16 and try that save that I was talking about earlier on floor 11. Decent first day back. Couple 11s. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. And then road something. Well, that's... That was dumb. Okay. This should be good, right? Hopefully. Wow. Okay. Let's try just from that little loop right here. Oh wait, what if you... Is it better to jump down to this ice? I don't know about that, but... Wait, no, this is the ice. This is the ice that I was jumping to. Yeah, it feels like... I don't know, it's not as controlled jumping like that, but... Oh wait. Ice is over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump actually farther out there. Okay. Right of the middle circle, nose pointed at the vertical black post in the dip every time. Or you go for ice landing. Okay. Yeah, ice landing was the main thing, because I wasn't sure if you were talking about landing on the ice or the plastic. Good start. Missing everything. Love to see it. Yeah, turtle on 8 feels good. Gross. Good fail. Gross. Yeah, definitely not fresh in my head here. Man, this has been absurdly bad, though. Miss the pole. Unlucky. God damn. Come on, wheel hook. Behave. Closer. Oh, man. Very, very bad wheel hooks today. All right, this one for sure. I need to get past the wheel hook once today at least. Like, come on. Ah, I was not this bad at it before. I guess that's the thing that I was rusty on. There we go. Man. how this freaking jump. Just drove off of Zigzag. Guess we spoke it into existence. That sucks. Second time this week. Oh. Couldn't stop the dirt flick. Too clean, too fast. Damn. You know, those might be my least favorite kinds of things. When it feels like I failed because I didn't too well. My favorite example is the quarter pipe thing on floor 9. Failing because it gears up is such a bad feeling. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, I wasn't turning far enough left, I think. I think that's kind of the secret. Nice. Second time's the charm. Woo! Jeez. At once. Oh no, I released too much. Woo! Okay. Wow. Imagine that on the main map. What a save. Ah. Okay, I think I normally do that in Cam 3. I'm pretty sure I did it in Cam 1 because that's how I was spectating when Kindred did it. No, I wasn't spectating. I was watching Kindred do it on his stream. Anyway. Gross. Nice. Oh. Dang. Too far left. Almost didn't turn left enough. But good enough. We take those. And as soon as I start getting the wheel hook more, Feels like almost all of my runs are getting back to the dirt flick. No, all of my runs are getting to the dirt flick? All of my runs are good. That feels good. I'm happy about that development. No. Gross. Bad dirt flick. Hey, Kindred. Congrats again on the fin. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How's it going? Oh, not too bad. Had a couple 11s today. Can't complain for the first day back in like a couple weeks. But yeah, doing all right. How are you? Whew. Good, just got back off holiday today, which was fun. Porto. Alright, probably bad, but the first two things that come to my mind when I think Porto are the potties and the portobello mushrooms. Ooh. Portugal. You know, that makes a lot more sense. Sounds fun, though. Alright, let's get one more to the dirt flick. And then I probably need to raid. That was a sketchy dirt, or a sketchy wheel hang. Man. Nice. Gross. Oh man. So incredibly close. Yet so far away. I should have bailed that 100%. No. I saw that I was overshooting it. Kind of crazy wheel hook there. Run blows 35 minutes on 9 still. What I'm hearing is that it's going to 15. Oh, not to be honest. Well, sometimes you just can't help it. Fenris, happy Monday. Just joined, is this practice or are we actually on 16? Nope. You can tell that it's practice because there's a yellow timer on top instead of a green. Fuck. 2.5 minute deep dive 2 run to 16. Oh yeah, I guess there is a white timer at the bottom, isn't there? Forgot about that. I was gonna say, where are you getting that number from? Since the top timer says like 29 minutes. Gotta set the Greek dude slash Hours height alert. Ooh. Oh wait, didn't I say that that run was gonna be my last one? That's how you did Miss Hobbit. No, that is very fair. Oh. Terrible. Good. 7 tries for the floor 9 half pipe, by the way. Well, what I'm hearing is that the 7th one made it, yeah? Doesn't matter how many times it takes. Indeed. Yeah, technically, the only thing that matters is that it makes it. Damn. I'm doing pretty decent at the dirt flick today. I kinda was trying to take a note from Kindred's book. I had noticed that Kindred was going significantly more like right side compared to how I had been doing it. God damn it. Oh, failed that jump twice today. Terrible. Ooh. Sucky way to fail on 13, too. Alright. I gotta go. But I will be back tomorrow for more Deep Dip. Let's find someone to raid. Huh. That's Fiku. Didn't realize they streamed. I mean, their name has TM in it, but whose doesn't? All right, good night, Greek dude. Good night, everybody. Talk to you later. Peace.